ManCave. This is Bob from the Bob's N Scale ManCave, and we are going to be reviewing the Microtrains line Nestle Baby Ruth car set. This is number 7 in a series of 8, and we'll be looking at this one and seeing what this car has to offer. Let's take a look at this right now. This 36-foot wood-sheathed reefer with truss rod underframe is painted brown with yellow sides with the Curtis Baby Ruth signature over here and Baby Ruth candy bar logo right over here. The crooked arrow, and it boasted a capacity of 7.5 million Baby Ruth candy bars. The doors up here, you can open those, and it comes with some separately applied brackets and stuff like that to make it look like it's propped open, hinges and stuff. These were used to drop ice down into the boxcar to keep the candy bars from melting. It comes with Microtrains couplers, as always, so this is a Microtrains product. You can see these truss bars down underneath the car. It has ribbed roof detail. Also a handbrake wheel right up here at the top. You can see a handbrake right there. Since this is N scale, that is pretty fragile, so be careful with these. You actually have separately applied, looks like walkways up here. They're raised up so you can see right through it. You also have a lot of detail on the bottom, all the brake lines and the trucks, all these trusses right here. The other side looks just the same. Here's the back end. All in all, this is a pretty good series that Microtrains has put out. I really like it. I've picked up all of them so far, all 7 out of 8. This model is pretty much perfect. I have not seen anything that I don't like about it. The series comes with 8 of these kind of boxcars and 1 tank car. I don't know what the 8th one's going to be. It could be another boxcar like this, or actually a reefer, and that should be coming out in mid-January. Now let's go take a look at how this looks on the layout with the other 6 cars from this series. There you go, ManCavians. That's been my review of the Microtrains line Nestle Curtis Baby Ruth train series. This was number 7 of the series, a 36-foot wood-sheathed reefer. These were traveling billboards that were common back in the day, probably back in the early 1900s and so on. But back in around 1959 there was a rule, 89 I believe, that basically disallowed advertisements on boxcars and reefers and so forth, the commercial kind of rail cars, probably to avoid conflict where you got the wrong company's boxcar in front of another company's boxcar that was their competitor. Kind of gives a false sense of what's real and what's not real to the public, and so they also wanted to kind of reduce that advertisement. Probably also, since you have interstate commerce, some companies are not allowed to advertise in other states or sell their product in another state, but you have their boxcar billboard going from state to state, and that's a violation of interstate commerce, most likely. You saw a demonstration of what all 7 of these cars look like on my layout and what they look like up close. And if you're really into N-scale and microtrains and probably want to get into some of these collecting of series, check out microtrainsline.com and go down to your local hobby store and check them out. And as always, if you like what you see here today, subscribe over here and make a comment down there. And until next time, ManCavians, happy model railroading, Merry Christmas, and have a Happy New Year. Remember, stay off the tracks.